Joining me now is Janna Sampson, Co-Chief Investment Officer of Oakbrook Investments, and Oakbrook Funds hold stakes in both McDonald's and also UPS. So the perfect person to talk to about these two earnings. Janna, thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Before I tackle the sales picture for McDonald's, there's a lot of concern, even before these numbers came out, that the fast food giant is facing a lot more competition. They've got Starbucks now on the scene, aside from Burger King. You've got KFC and Pizza Hut and all of those. They've announced, the $4 Angus burger, the McCafe coffee. I mean, that's really what's been driving the sales for McDonald's. So can they keep that momentum up?
Well, McDonald's does a terrific job in new product kitchen and continues to innovate and bring out new products. So I think there's the chance that they can surprise people and continue to find new ways to bring people in.
And what would they be, for instance? Because it almost seems as if, and every time we say this, of course, they do something new, but it almost seems like they're tapped out because they're trying to reach the little bit of a higher-end consumer with the McCafe and the coffee and the McCafe coffee and also the Angus burger. But what other segments are they not hitting that they should be right now?
Well, right now, breakfast is a little weak, and we will see that pick up as unemployment begins to lessen. People just aren't going to work, as many people going to work, so they aren't stopping to buy breakfast. So there will be a rebound, I think, in the breakfast front. I think we'll see continued innovations in that area as well to get people more interested in stopping back at McDonald's for breakfast.
Okay, well, let's get to the sales picture then, because obviously that all ties into that. And the comp sales coming in for both the U.S. and global a bit softer than what we saw for the second quarter. That tells us that consumer demand is still slowing, right? It's not recovering yet.
No, and it also tells us that the comparisons are very difficult now for McDonald's. They put up such terrific numbers for several years in a row that it becomes harder and harder to continue to meet those metrics. Europe looked really pretty good. Asia was a little soft, and the U.S. was a little soft. And we know, of course, that U.S. unemployment is so high. Obviously, that's beginning to factor even down to the level of a fast food restaurant like McDonald's.
Can McDonald's reverse that trend on its own, or does it just have to depend on the economy rebounding?
Well, I think some of this is going to take an economic recovery. McDonald's is still cyclical, even if it is not as hard hit as a sit-down or more expensive restaurant. The other thing we'll look for is what kinds of promotions McDonald's may bring out to try to drive people back in. Will they resurrect some of their past ones, or do they have something new coming out of the marketing department there?
Okay, and very quickly, Janna, tell me about the weakening dollar. How much has that helped the bottom line for McDonald's?
Well, it's certainly helping us overseas, and overseas is a huge part of McDonald's revenue stream. Partly why we're seeing Europe look so good, and that should continue. I don't see a rebound in the U.S. dollar in the near future. So those kinds of comps will get much easier for McDonald's as the dollar continues.
All right, Janna, we'll watch that. Thank you so much for joining us, Janna Sampson.